Okay, hello everyone, and this is a new game called Planetside2. Earlier I tried to record this, but when I went to edit it, it showed no video. And I found out the problem was because I accidentally was still in full screen mode, and I was using monitor capture. And since I was in monitor capture, it does not show the game, because it only shows Windows and the desktop. So here I am again. We are starting again, and I will try to explain everything over again that I recently covered. Also, if you'd like to play Planetside and want some free weapons to start off, please go to the link down in the description. Alright, so in Planetside2, there are 3 factions. First is the VS for short, which they are, I'll just tell you a bit of their backstory. They are a faction that are more technology based. The TR, Republic, is more, they're more aggressive. They're like the Republic, and they're trying to crush all the rebels, which is the NC, new conglomerate, that are trying to take over. Planetside2 is on a planet called Araxis. And the thing in Planetside2, there isn't just it's not a match. It's just one giant server with a bunch of people. These are war breeds. They are the spawns for all these. And in all these spawns, I can't really see it right now, but when we get further up, probably can, but here, let me see if I can find it again. And it does seem so, yeah, right there. If you caught a glimpse of how big that was, there's just one spawn. It only covers this much area, and there are tons of bases on one map. This is a continuous fight, and it really just never stops. It keeps on going. This guy can fly higher. I can't shoot from here. That right there is a spawn room for the new conglomerate. There are about 6 classes in Planetside2. Heavy Assault, which I am right now. They have a overshield for ability, carry a rocket launcher, a LMG, SMG, and I think shotguns. The only weapons and a heavy gun called the Lancer. And those are about the only weapons the heavy has. And there is the combat medic, the light assault, the engineer, and the infiltrator, and lastly the max. They all have their different properties, but my favorite is the heavy assault. And I'll go into more detail later about this all. Right now we're just getting hammered. This guy has stupid Dalton. Which Dalton is a anti-vehicle weapon. Sucks if you're trying to snipe out infantry. pretty big. And it's not like most of your games. It's pretty unique. And every time we encounter something out of space, for now I'm just gonna kill myself. That? Okay. So on the maps there are about three different types of facilities that you actually want to try to get. There are biolabs, which give you a passive health regeneration. That's another one. Tech plants, which make you able to get your main battle tank. That's another biolab. And amp stations. The thing about amp stations is they only give you a turret heat reduction, which is actually pretty good if you use turrets a lot. Yeah, that's about it. And here I'll show you the infiltrator class. The infiltrator class has 3 abilities. One is the stalker cloak, which cloaks you like this. You will not drain the cloak unless you move. There is the hunter cloak, which is just a short cloak. And with the stalker cloak, you cannot use your primary weapon. With the hunter cloak, you can, but it loses energy if you move or not. But it also regens too. And so with the hunter cloak, I think it's a little better since you still use your primary weapons that you normally use. And it still makes you almost completely invisible. When you use the cloaks, you are still visible, just barely. In this game, you are able to wield knives, which you weren't able to later ago, but they changed that, so now you can. And that vehicle right there that you just saw was something called a Sunderer, which is a mobile spawn point. As long as you have those, you can spawn directly to them.
Is with you. Do not falter.
It is basically just a spawn point.
Thank you much.
So that class was a max. And the max is just a normal infantry unit, except it can be anti-air, anti-vehicle, or anti-infantry. Max is just an armor suit. And with maxes, you cannot capture points that you need to capture bases. Whenever there is a lightning, every faction can get those, which is just the basic tank. It's not that good against any battle tanks.
Are you not better than this battle?
And so, for me, but normally you would see a blue icon for friendlies, but for me I have it set to purple, so I know which faction I am fighting, and red for enemies. And if you look right here, this is your main map. If you press Alt, you can bring out a mouse, and if you right click on the main map, you'll be able to set waypoints. Right now I'm using this lever code, so I am not seen, and just sitting here, so as soon as all of them leave, I will be able to capture the base to this point. If you see right here, which one sign just occurred a couple seconds ago, that is your search. It is the in-game currency that you could always get every time you get 250 experience. Battle ranks is just your standard leveling, which the max is 100. And here is your nanites. Use these to get consumables like grenades and kits and stuff like that. Also to buy vehicles and equip maxes. A lot of people say this game is pay to win, but it actually is not. If you buy everything, except camos and some like anything that makes it look better. Yeah, everything except that, like normal weapons you can buy. Just the certs.
You are in the restricted area.
But next, I will show you the heavy assault class. But I think first, let me buy something real quick. So what I did right there is I used my certification points to buy a scope, and you do not need to renew anything in this game. All you need to do is buy it once, and you'll have it. Consumables you will need to get in resources, but other than that, everything you do not need to buy again or get again after. Right here, these are jump pads, which you can use to get around. Right now, I'm just staying here, trying to pick off anything. It jumps off and gets out of this counter room with my rocket launcher. What I use there is called a medical kit. It restores all your health instantly, which makes you invincible for about, I think, 1.5 seconds. I don't know. Something short like that. Yeah, this is normally how you capture base. And right here, since it's a purple and our faction color is purple, you can see that we are taking this tower. Over here is a biolab getting captured by the NC, and right now the NC rule the map. And NC are just normal. It's just normal faction. The NC weapons hurt the hardest and fire the slowest. The Abandoned Sovereign 2's weapons is in the middle, and they are known for having no bullet drop. But the other two factions do, and the TR Republic, their weapons do have bullet drop, except they hit the softest, but they fire the fastest.
The facility is ours.
So each faction is unique. There are some weapons that are very between factions, which are just normal weapons, and nanite system weapons, which you can buy, are like if you shoot right now and an enemy saw you shoot, to him it would appear purple, since our faction is purple basically.
Use a ride.
Oh, come back. Hey, buddies. Okay. So, yeah. And then system weapons, they appear white to any faction, so they won't know who is shooting. Okay, I'll show you some of the weapons. Here's the Solstice, which is basically the normal. These are default weapons, and all default weapons are actually pretty good. This game is pretty balanced, and there's really nothing wrong. Here is a submachine gun. Submachine guns, well, in this game they're just close range powerhouses, and for the NC and TR, I guess the NC's SMG, faction SMG is better, BS is kind of in the middle, and the TR is the worst. I think we'll stop here. So right now, if you look at the XP and then a plus and percentage, that is the XP boost that I'm using right now. Right now I'm using a normal XP boost, which gives you 50%, and the other 60%, I have no idea what it is. Since I'm still pretty new to this.
Requesting repairs.
So I'm just going again. And what I do there, I press the keyboard instant action. This is the default your I button. And that just puts you into a random battle. Usually it puts you in crappy places in a random battle, but it still gets you to a battle. Like right here, I just got popped in right into the battle. There's a peak right there. People around. That seems probably in kind of a good place, close to the base and look for our allies.
A new conglomerate is taking
That
the city.
vehicle that I ran under right there is a mag rider. It is the Vanus Omni's main battle tank, which is a hover tank. Yeah, the heavy assault, and heavy assaults are just your normal infantry class. All they have is a overshield, which is right here. The one I'm using right now, the mesh generator. If you shoot me while I have this active, it will take down energy from the shield, comparing to how much damage you do. So it just soaks up damage for you. You can also use this sometimes to negate fall damage, if you would like. Which I actually do a lot. And right there is the max, and over there is the 8-point. Our teammates, I think, are capturing it, but I want to stay back here and catch the lead because I don't really like playing the objective that much. saw right there, the guy with the white backpack, he is a medic. With medic, you can revive and heal. I would have got revived, but I'm going to go to the medic and press into instant action again to get into another fight since this one has died down. If you look, there are a number of air vehicles, and at any time in this game you could be an air vehicle, a land vehicle, or just on foot. And I think it just put me in the exact same place. And sometimes instant action do stupid things like this too. I'm gonna throw that away because I don't really use my grenades. Medics are the only class that are able to use assault rifles, which are supposed to be your hardest hitting weapon in the game. You're limited to the squad. So here we're just gonna wait until this base gets captured. Or until I just get shot.
Victory is at hand.
We already have that place, so. Could also come down here, but the fight there is not really big. There's really no good fights going on here, so I'm gonna leave the platoon and go find something else on Indar, because Indar
Facility
is
is
also.
ours.
Now in this game, some bases could be a troll, like one base Quartz Ridge and another base the Crown. And they're a troll because people are fighting over them like literally all the time. And right here, I'm going to break off this episode. I will record right after this, so still be at this point. So I'll see you guys just a bit later.